What's up guys, Omni here with an all new Lay It Omni, the show where you guys give me general gaming news and topics to talk about, and I in return lay it on you. Today's video topic is brought to you by @the_Ivy_Lupin on Twitter, who asked, what's your stance or what are your thoughts on microtransactions and gambling becoming such a prominent part of modern gaming? Alright, this is a pretty dope topic to talk about because I personally have been subjected to it through several games that I play, the one that I'm playing specifically being Fire Emblem Heroes on the mobile app. So I truly understand its effects on a personal level, and I got a lot to say about this subject, so thanks for the submission, Lupin. First, let's start with a quick rundown on what exactly I'm talking about when I refer to microtransactions and gambling in video games. As many of you know, there are several ways video game companies take your money when they're releasing a game. Number one, pre-orders, aka give them money before the game has come out. Number two, DLC, aka downloadable content, aka give them money after the game has come out to release more of the game that isn't actually the game. Yeah, I know, it sounds stupid when you say it out loud. And number three, actual game orders, aka going to a GameStop to buy the game, or ordering it on Amazon, or buying it digitally on your system. However, there is a fourth way video game companies take your money. They do it using a system where you use actual money that can be traded in for in-game currency in order to obtain things like skins, palette swap, animations, and yes, even waifus. But there's a twist. Unlike in League of Legends, where you can just straight up purchase the skin you want for your favorite champ or the champion itself, these specific games create a gambling system where you receive these rewards based on like a specific percent, making it a game of chance and luck to obtain whatever it is you're trying to get. The best example I can think of on the top of my head is Fire Emblem Heroes, where you use real money to purchase in-game currency called orbs. You use those said orbs to summon heroes, and then those common heroes have summon rates, but the rare heroes have low summon rates. Bada bing, bada bang, bada, you're broke, because therein creates the gacha system. I'm not making it up either. The term is actually called gacha. The term sounds like gotcha because once you get caught in the vortex of the game, it pretty much gotchas forever. You know, get it? Yeah, I'm sorry. You get what I'm trying to say though. Across the generations now and for a time. All of this works because gaming companies are creating an environment for gambling. I'm pretty sure something about gambling does something to your brain that creates some kind of endorphins that make you happy and creates a sense of wanting to recreate that feeling over and over again, i.e. an addiction. And in reverse, not getting that item or hero you wanted or whatever, it creates a deep-seated feeling of negativity that makes your brain want that good outcome even more. I'm too lazy to look it up. I'm not a scientist, but it sounds right, so just flow with it, okay? Not only that, but games like these also prey on what I like to call sunk costs. That is, your decisions are tainted by the emotional investments you accumulate, and the more you invest in something, the harder it becomes to abandon it. As such, this in-game data has value beyond the currency to certain people. There's money spent, there's the time spent, there's the luck it took to get the item that you wanted. So yeah, games like this are basically some crazy combination of gambling, drugs, and sex, if you consider 2D girls as real, and we all know they're real. So you know how I do. I'm gonna keep it 100. Truth be told, I have mixed feelings. Like, on one side, technically, you don't have to spend any money for any of these games. There are players who slow grind their way to earn all their rewards. They're known as F2P or free-to-play. It will take you significantly much longer to get these in-game rewards, but that option is in fact there. On the other side, saying you don't have to spend money for these in-game items is like saying you don't have to use cheat codes to beat a game. I mean, I don't know anyone who hasn't used one at least once in their life. Except it's worse because nearly all of these games that cash on these kinds of gaming flowcharts don't have an ending. It's a never-ending spiral with the potential to spend money forever. Ain't that some shit? So I want to say these kinds of games are okay because it does serve a purpose in gaming. In the end, it still is a game, you know, and in the game you still have the option to decline any usage of money, and by doing so, it still creates a game that's still fun to play. But real talk, I feel like most of these games exploit some kind of weakness in the human brain and profit from people's lack of self-control. I mean, when I was 10, my biggest gambling habit was spending too much time in Final Fantasy VII's Golden Saucer Casino. Now it's 2017, and we got 10-year-olds sitting on the corners, homeless, begging for money so they can buy some Fire Emblem orbs or get money for Overwatch loot boxes. I've seen it. Don't believe me? I don't care. But I can't help but think that this is kind of revenue stream just crosses some kind of like a clear line. If you take a casino and slap Nintendo all over the machines and put Mario's faces on all the damn buttons, it's still a fucking casino. 10 years ago, this wasn't a big deal, but now that video games are capable of introducing real money to the system, something has changed and it doesn't feel right. I'll tell you what, I'm a grown-ass man and I consider myself the type of person who has a good amount of willpower and self-control, and these gacha games still reel me in and bait me into using my own money. I haven't gone down that pipe yet. Maybe I've dropped like 10 or 20 bucks, but I can feel its grip. I wouldn't be surprised if the average mortal fell down that rabbit hole, let alone a bunch of kids with access to their parents' credit cards who haven't even learned the definition of willpower who are playing this game. But to wrap things up, I think I have a hard time truly putting into clear words what stance to take on this, because a part of me knows that this system is exploiting people, but to say that it is 100% wrong doesn't sound right either, you know? I do worry as time goes by and technology advances, these flowcharts will be more enhanced and kids will be exposed to this trap at an age that they have no business being exposed to. Something just doesn't feel right, but I can't seem to find the words to articulate the real problem, if there even really is one. It's like watching a thief walk around in broad daylight, snatching people's money and jewelry, and everyone just kind of just, you know, accepts it, just pretends there's no one doing it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with straight gambling if you enjoy playing with your money like that. That's your money. Today, you can press a button and have access to a casino-like video game at your fingertips, which is pretty scary. I don't know. But that's all I have for you guys today on this episode of Laid Omni. You've just been laid. What do you think? Help fill in the gaps for me. How do you guys feel about video games and the gacha system and gambling like Tennessees and loot boxes and all that jazz? Do you feel like this kind of gaming is okay or acceptable? Is it good? Is it bad? What is the underlying issue here? Talk to me and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And if you guys enjoyed the video, do me a favor and leave a like. It lets me know that you want to see more of this series, and subscribe if you haven't already. Last but not least, but if you were expecting a Laid Omni or Verlisfy, that'll be up next week. And if you weren't expecting it, well, surprise, bitch. This is Omni signing out. Have an awesome day.